Hey, it's David Pingree. We're out here at Kaweah Creek Raceway for Racer X, getting our chance on the 2019 CRF250. A lot of big changes for this bike this year, and a lot of them focused at making this thing quicker. Some people still said it didn't have enough bottom last year, a little soft getting up into that meat of the power. It was kind of a rever. So new cam profile on this bike, new exhaust and intake ports, different throttle body. They went to actually a smaller throttle body from 46 to 44 millimeter. And their claim is that it bolsters power everywhere with those changes. Shortened exhaust on the right-hand side. So a lot of little things. A new AC generator, which reduces drag and helps free the engine up a little bit. And then a lot of look things as well. Cosmetics, black rims, gone to Renthal fat bars. So just a lot of little changes aimed at sort of tweaking and making the bike a little better, but also squeezing more horsepower to this girl. So I'm anxious to get her on the track and see what it can do. I rode the 2018 quite a bit, so I've got a pretty good feel for where that was. So let's go get this thing on the track and see if we can make some comparisons. First impression of the 2019 Honda CRF250, starting with the cosmetics. I love the way the thing looks. The sublimated graphics into the plastic, awesome. You don't have to worry about these things getting scratched up. It's a nice look as it is. I like the black accent and the rims. It's a really sharp looking bike to me, so right off the bat I dig that. Another thing I really like is them going to this Renthal fat bar. I did like the 7/8 bar because to me it flexes a little more, but anything with a crossbar I tend to, when I'm coming out of a turn or up a steep jump, if you're getting really far forward, you'll bonk your stomach or chest on the crossbar. And I feel like I've got a little more clearance with this. And sometimes I'll even modify these pads to drop them a little bit. It's just personal preference, but I do like it. It's in black, so it looks nice. So I like that change. From there, you get into the engine. And to be honest, the changes are pretty subtle from what last year. They did make quite a few changes to try to pick up that power. To me, it's still a rever. This thing likes to be ridden way up in the RPMs. Not really how I like to ride. So if I'm going to do something to this thing, it feels choked down to me. Like at one point, I literally stopped and checked to make sure there was nothing stuffed in my exhaust pipe. So I feel like getting this thing to open up and breathe. There's a lot of potential in this motor, but it's still pretty soft feeling, which is great for a beginning rider or somebody that's just getting going in the sport. But you're definitely going to want to try to bolster up that bottom to middle. Handling is good, a little bit unbalanced at first. I left the forks, it felt a little stink bug to me. And then we made a couple changes and I got it balanced. The big thing with this thing is just getting it balanced, right? And that's true with any bike. Once I found a balance, it turns really well, handles bumps great, the suspension works really well, and the chassis is great. It just takes a little bit of adjustment to get there. And we'll have a dialed-in video for you coming soon. We'll give you all those tips that we took to get to that place. But once you find a balance on this thing, I think the strong suit for this Honda is balance, handling, and cornering. I could square this thing out of a turn, knife it down, rail around a berm, anything. It really kind of Suzuki-ish that way, where it just really feels like it'll turn anywhere you want it to go. So I really did love that. Love the tires, good brakes, didn't have anything to say about that. Don't like these stock grips. This will be one of the first things I swap out. They're fat and they're really hard rubber. But all in all, great bike. I think slight improvements from the 2018 in terms of performance. Definitely big improvements in looks, and I think that what they've done probably increases the potential for the bike. but you're just going to have to make a few modifications to get all of that out of it. That's my sort of initial assessment of it. So we'll have more, like I said, a dialed in coming soon, and then a project bike with this Honda as well. and really looking forward to get to know this thing a little bit better and see what we can do with it. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for that dialed in video soon, and we'll see you on the next one.